story time. So guys, we know, if you know me and you watch my vlogs, I told you about my baby boy who does not speak to adults. Well, he has selective mutism. So the selective mutism is, where he is, it's like an emotional thing where he is afraid to talk in front of people. He's afraid to speak in front of people, So anyway, he's been getting speech, and services since he was 1, because it started, that young. He couldn't even tell me, he couldn't even say mom when he was 1. So, it was really, 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 was a really tough thing to get past, and finally I got home. First of all, we didn't know what was wrong with him. They didn't have a name for it right then when he was 1. I didn't get a name for it until he was 4, and like I said, he was getting services from Elwin, if you know Elwin. He was getting service from Elwin Seeds, and he was getting speech pathologist that came out, once a week, twice a week. I think once a week. A speech pathologist would come out with him, and until he turned 5 years old. When he turned 5 years old and got into kindergarten, well, he had the services until he turned 5, which was that February. But he got into kindergarten, and they continued his services at the school. So he's been going, getting his services through school, through speech. It's not that he can't talk. He can talk. It's just that, it's, I guess it's an emotional thing where he's scared. He's afraid to talk in front of people. So he's been doing that. So recently, we've been doing the I want to say the right words for it. It's not virtual learning, remote learning. So because of the pandemic, we've been doing the remote learning and everything. He's still been getting his services, during the remote learning. He's still getting his not one-on-one, but he's still getting his group speech therapy and everything, and everything is still going, if he was going to school. So then now they want to throw a monkey wrench in there and give him some services through social work. The social services want to come in because, like I said, he does not like to speak in front of people. He's very shy and does not want to speak in front of people now. So now they want to bring in social service for him to have therapy once a week. For that, now we got to take more time out, from a class or whatever. Anyway, I was all for him getting the services that he needed, but I had a certain thing happen some years ago with the same school. Love the school, don't get me wrong, don't get it twisted. I love the school that he attends. I love the way that they educate the children, and I love what they stand for, so it's not personally about the school per se. So anyway, I had a child going there in high school, and they switched him over to their other program. They had some kind of emotional program, and they switched him over to that program. Anyway, something happened, and so I was, so when they brought up the social services, and it wasn't anything personal like with me and social services or DHS or anything like that. It wasn't any of that. It was the way that the state has the school district and everyone who oversees children, the way that they handle situations is the problem that I have. It's not personal against the school. It's not personal, or anything of that nature. It's not that. It's the way the state has to come in and and follow the rules that they have, put in place for them, to do their job, and that's what I don't agree upon, because if you're not us living in our neighborhood, then you don't know what it's like, you know. So therefore, to make a long story short, this child that I'm talking about, that I had the problems with the school, he had, and I just, and it's so ironic because I was talking to the teachers today about this situation, and then guess who calls me on the phone? You know, because it really did something to me this morning, you know, to have all those memories come back, you know, because of what I had went through. And emotionally, it bothered me so this morning, you know, it took me into not a panic, but it really messed with my anxiety this morning. I was up, walking them back and forth, like, it really messed with my anxiety when I had to sign those paperwork, you know, stating that I agree. And that's what it was. I had to sign this paperwork with the social work stating that I agree for them to do this, that, and the third, which I did not agree with. So I let them know that I did not agree with it. So I guess he won't be moving forward with those services. So anyway, yeah. So the child that I had the issue with the school called, and and thank God, because I wanted, and I started telling him about what had happened, and I asked him. I told him what I didn't like, how the school did not contact me when he had gone through what he had gone through. And guys, come to find out, it was not the school. The school wanted to contact me, but he said he was 18. Guys, I can't remember at the time, but he said he was of age. He was 18 years old, and he was in the 11th grade. And he said that they asked him, did he want them to call me, and he told them no, and that is why they did not contact me. And I'm like, wow, glad I had this conversation. I was pretty upset because that he felt that way at that time. So, you know, my feelings was a little hurt, but I was more concerned about him and his well-being. So he was like, but now that I think back to it, I'm sorry, I should have let them contact you and let you know what was going on, you know, because he didn't know the right thing to do. The school, they don't live where he lives, so they didn't know. Well, it's not that he lives in it. He didn't live in that area, actually. He really didn't live in that area. He just had to go to school in that area. So, but they wanted him, after, you know, they did what they did, they wanted him to continue to go to school there, which he could not continue to go to school there. You know, it's like I said, if you were me and my skin color, you know, him as a young man, there's no way he would be able to continue to go to school there. So he had to drop out of school. The school wouldn't move him. They would not move him. They wouldn't move him, you know. And so it was very, very, very upsetting. The situation was very, very upsetting to me. You know, and everything. And so my anxiety was on high this morning. So I had to tell myself, I had to talk myself down. I had to be like, listen, girl, you're going to have to sit down, calm down. This is not happening now. Calm down. It's going to be okay. Just talk to the people. Let them know how you feel about this, you know, about the situation, and and that you don't want, whatever it is you don't want, you don't like, you're not going to sign. That's it. But my anxiety was on so high today, guys, but I calmed down and got myself together, you know, and I had to calm it down. I had to get myself together, you know, because sometimes you got to talk yourself off the ledge, guys, you know, not just figuratively speaking, not I was on the edge of jumping off of anything, because that's not it, guys. So I want you to go say, oh my God, she was going to commit suicide. Oh, she was thinking about dropping. It wasn't that. It wasn't that deep. I was just saying that, you know, I had to talk myself down, you know, to calm myself down, because my anxiety be on high, you know. I have been through so many things, you know, in my life, you know, that keeps my, you know, my anxiety will shoot up, you know. But anyway, So that's not the story that I want to tell, but that's the story that I'm going to tell at the moment. So I think the other part of the story that I'm going to tell with that story time, I'm going to tell it live, guys. I'm going to go live and I'm going to tell that story. And the reason why I'm going to go live and tell that story, because it's not enough time to tell it for me to upload it, because I only have that 15-minute window to be able to tell a story, and it's already been 12 minutes and I haven't even told the story yet. And so, but thank you guys for listening. I do appreciate you all. This has to be a separate video. I think I may upload it now, and yes. So I hope that you understand. You could, comment down below if you have any questions about my son's disability, which is selective mutism. And comment down below if you ever heard of it. Let me know. And if, like I said, if you have any questions about it, comment down below and I will tell you more about it. All right, till next time. Peace.